it is hugely exciting to see you all here today. Thank you all so much for coming. I'm Carys, I'm the director of Albert, and I feel genuinely privileged to be flinging the doors of Albert open to you all today, hopefully to share, explore and learn more about sustainable production. I don't think I need to tell you how powerful this industry can be. It's given us front row seats into some of the most significant moments and issues in history. From the first steps on the moon, the first win of the Euros by England's women's football team, it's helped us through global pandemics to reduce drink driving and to grow awareness of plastic waste. But it's also an industry that consumes an enormous amount of waste itself. Anyone who's involved in production has seen how intensive and wasteful it can be. Our toolkit indicates that in 2021, our industry emitted 130,000 tonnes of carbon emissions, the equivalent to 9,500 people living in the UK for a year. Put simply, we're dumping significant amounts of pollution into the air, which is destabilising the delicate balances of the place on which we and all living things rely. And this, more than any other year, has shone a light on the fact that the climate has changed. From floods in Pakistan, heat waves from Europe to China, and the drying up of the Mississippi to the Rhine, it's clear to see. And to think, this could be the coolest, most stable year we see if we do not act. So, set against the backdrop of more and stark warnings from the COP27 this week, that's where you come in. The opportunity you have as producers is huge. Not only are we creating a mess, which we can avoid, not only are we as a global industry able to reach into a collective audience of over 70% of the global population who we can engage, we're also spending over $200 billion a year on content globally. And this touches a variety of supply chains, from construction to cosmetics. It represents huge purchase power to shift away from dirty goods and services to cleaner, greener alternatives. To quote the Prime Minister of Barbados, who opened the Leaders Summit at COP27 last week, we have the power of choice. In order to halve our emissions in 8 years, as an industry and a society, we need to use it, that power of choice. So this event is about you and how we can help you make those sustainable choices for your programming, both behind the scenes and in front of the camera. We know from speaking to you all that both budgets and time are tight, and there's even ever more pressure on production teams, and we want to help. This afternoon is designed to give you an overview of what's available to you, from sessions on recycling and waste, and the impacts of the latest innovations, training sessions, toolkit surgeries, expos of suppliers, and of course, having just a good old chinwag. It won't cover everything, and I know there's loads of you in this room today who have your own ideas and solutions, so please get chatting and sharing. We'll also be using Slido to ask some questions throughout the afternoon, and I'll be coming back to these thoughts at the end of the session, so please do contribute. And finally, before I hand over, I just want to say thanks to the incredible team who are dotted around here to speak to you today, and especially so to Siobhan and the BAFTA events team who pulled this fantastic production together, so thank you. I also want to thank our amazing events partners, CAMA Asset Store, Location One, Green Tomato Cars, Sargent-Disc and Good Energy. Also our talented and inspiring speakers, our innovative suppliers, and of course, to you all for coming today. I hope you'll feel energized and inspired, just as I do, by seeing you all here. And now I will hand over to Geoffrey to introduce our first session on the production lifecycle. Thank you.